What's up, guys? How you doing? I'm Paul.
I'm Morgan.
Today's video, there was a post that went viral. I actually saw it when Politics shared it, and then I saw The View, which I occasionally watch. Don't you judge me.
It's his weird guilty pleasure.
They covered the story, and so today we're covering it. And it's this guy who, this truly is an interesting story, and it has got people ready to go at this guy, but then there's some people defending him. So I'm excited to see where the conversation takes us in regards to a few comments he made on this post to his fiancée, and he made the post public. It's challenging some paradigms. Let's get to it. Oh, what?
It's interesting if you're not married to someone like that.
Well, what is that supposed to mean?
You'll see. If you're new here, though, make sure you subscribe. We're giving commentary on culture, social issues, and faith to help you be in the world
and of the word. Right on. Hey, shout out to our patrons. Thank you guys for supporting us. Seriously, it's a huge deal. Man. Yeah. If you guys want to become a patron, you got special Patreon perks. I'm like, my mind is like all over the place right now. Now you got me nervous.
We got a Patreon retreat coming up in March for patrons only.
We get to go deeper with you guys, and you guys supporting us allows us to continue to do this channel the way that we're doing it. It's a huge part of what we're doing here on this channel. Thank you all. Consider becoming a patron. The link will be below. All right, Morgan. So you already have kind of thrown a little bit of shade my way, and I'm not totally sure. And I'll be honest, like I was nervous to make this topic. To tackle this, to give our commentary on it, because it is one of those things that, like, there's going to be women who maybe haven't seen this story yet, who hear it and they get upset. And now it's like, we're about to go there. But why don't we, before anything else, so the guy that posted this, let me pull up his name right here. And Morgan, I actually have, if you go to the picture, go to his Instagram bio real quick. So it's a guy by the name of Solomon Buchi. And the interesting thing is, and I put this in the title, and then I ended up taking it out because the title I don't think it was needed. But he's a Christian guy. And from looking over some of his posts, Morgan, did you get a chance to look at any of his other posts?
No, I did not.
Okay, totally fine. But he actually had some really solid stuff. And I haven't spent a lot of time looking through his stuff, but I do believe, even though we probably don't agree on everything, he is a Christian dude, and he's not afraid to go against the grain. And so just kind of get that established. Here he is. He even says in his bio, he's a life coach, a Christian, a writer, and so forth.
Very good.
Why don't we go ahead, Morgan, and pull this thing up?
Whoa.
So we posted this. It, as you would imagine, sparked some serious reactions. Go ahead and read it, Morgan. Just read the first line.
You're not the most beautiful woman. Neither are you the most intelligent woman.
So pause. I will say, Morgan, when I first heard this story going around, I knew nothing except for that this guy made a post and it's kind of going viral. Mm-hmm. It's getting a lot of traction. I heard that. And immediately I was like, pump the brakes. I don't like the way that started. What is your initial reaction before we dive deeper into this?
Oh, I didn't mind it at all. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just pregnant and numb, but
your heart is literally.
Actually, no, I'm filled with way more emotion. But no, I read it. I obviously knew he's clearly writing this, in my opinion, to make somewhat of a stir in the pot. He's not writing this dumbly, thinking no one's going to be like, what?
Well, I noticed from reading a number of his posts that a lot of them were like that. He's someone I think who would consider himself on the front lines, kind of like we were when we were making Christian relationship advice, Christian dating advice. We made a video, It's Only Hugging, where we warn people that hugging your significant other can be intimate, and just to be aware of that. And we've talked about kissing before marriage, and we said some things that many looked at and were like, Paul and Morgan, chill. Right. But we, and I think he really is very much like that in a number of his posts. So getting back to this post, You guys comment below just right now before we dive into the rest of it, your initial thoughts on this guy's post. He's writing this to his fiance. Keep going, Morgan. Keep reading it. Start it from the beginning one more time.
Okay, really, you're not the most beautiful woman, neither are you the most intelligent woman, but like I've chosen to never find perfection in anyone else. I put my gaze on you, and with that commitment, we would mold ourselves for ourselves. Our perfection is in our commitment. Should I read the whole thing?
Yeah, just keep going.
Stating that you're not the most beautiful / intelligent might sound like it's not a compliment, yeah? But it's a realistic base for real love. Acknowledging that my woman isn't the best, but just someone you... Okay, this is so tiny. One moment. Wait, it keeps shrinking.
Why are you shrinking it?
Acknowledging that my woman isn't the best, but I'm not looking for the best. I was looking for you, and I found you. There's no best. There's just someone you choose and see the best in them. This, to me, is the real love, not the one that consoles itself in the faux reality that their partner is the most good-looking, most intelligent, most successful person in the world. That's disingenuous and doesn't give room for love to thrive. I love you. I'm committed to you. I miss you so much, but my love for you is stronger than distance.
So, what did this post deserve to get the intense reaction that it did? I would say yes. He wrote it like that. He kind of wrote this post to go viral, so to speak.
Right, yeah.
So now that it's been out there, oh, he's on the live chat.
What's up?
Solomon, what's up, dude? Wow, what a surprise. It is truly a surprise whenever we're live and then we see significant people we're talking about join the live chat. Welcome, Solomon. We're glad that you're here. So anyway, yeah, this post, I see why it went viral. I think just my initial reaction is 95% of it is actually really solid. Mm-hmm. And especially speaking to a Christian audience, they need to hear that. Like, this is really solid stuff that more people need to get behind and grasp when moving into a married relationship, even a dating relationship. Like, this stuff is important. That first line, though.
I liked it. I feel like more women need to hear this. I feel like it's much more of a realistic, kind of like he said, realistic love.
Pull up the picture of him and his fiance.
Cute.
That's really cute. Yeah, make that bigger. Solomon, you got yourself a looker, bro. Like, she is and you know this. A very attractive young lady.
He says, no, you can't judge my intentions. I did not write it to trend. I wrote it genuinely.
Wow, guys. Hey, real quick, if you're pumped that the subject matter of our video is on the live stream right now, show some love. Give it a thumbs up. Let's get those thumbs way up. We got Solomon in the stream, baby.
Yeah, you guys are cute.
I don't even think I tagged him in our Instagram. I should have tagged you, Solomon. My bad.
Sorry. Yeah, I believe that you wrote it genuinely, for sure. I believe that you weren't naive when you posted it, that you were going to get some pretty intense pushback. I would think that you probably knew that, like, there are going to be a lot of people that do not like this post. But it's funny because I can't remember the exact conversation that Paul and I had, but it was like we were maybe engaged, and I think I asked him, like, do you think I'm the most beautiful woman in the world? Or like something like that.
Oh, no. So you really want to go here.
And he sat there.
I can't remember what I said.
And he sat there silently, and I was like, why aren't you answering? And he was like, first of all, you guys need to know, he's like the most honest guy ever. He cannot lie. He will not lie. If you ask him something, you better be prepared to hear the truth. If I ask him, what do you think about this outfit? I better be prepared for him to possibly say, I don't like it. It's not my favorite. He's not going to be like, you need a change. He's just going to be like, it's not my favorite. Like, whatever. But I asked him that.
What did I say?
And he said something like, you are incredibly beautiful and I love you. Which should have been enough for me, okay? If I'm being real, it should have been, because I know I'm not the most beautiful woman in the world, and that's fine. He's not the most handsome man in the world.
How dare you?
But it's okay. And like, I really just like his post because, again, it's this idea of like, no, I'm not the most beautiful woman in the world to Paul. But what is incredibly beautiful and what he finds incredibly beautiful in me is my heart, my love for the Lord. And like, in my eyes, Paul is the most beautiful man in the world, not in a physical way, not in a intelligence way, but because he loves God. I've walked with him for the past 7 years almost, and like, we have built a beautiful relationship on the love of God and on a foundation in the word of God. And so like, that is the most beautiful thing to me, and that makes me never want to be with another man, and I think that's how he feels.
Well, so it was interesting. And Morgan, yeah, what you're saying is awesome. The View, and Solomon actually posted this to his Instagram. And Solomon, by the way, I see that you said, Paul, we can talk about it on Instagram afterwards. I'd enjoy going back and forth a little more with you. But the View was talking about it, and it was actually fascinating because Whoopi Goldberg was coming to defense of Solomon in Solomon's post. But then you had two or three, maybe two of them that were like laying into him.
It was ridiculous.
Well, one, Sunny Hostin in particular, was just laying into Solomon. And I think
I'm sorry for that, Solomon.
She was speaking, though, for a number of women. Yeah, I mean, it's fascinating to see the reaction, because even over on Poplitics, which Poplitics is a conservative, Christian-ish, like maybe conservatism is the bigger at the forefront of the Instagram page, but they are still largely Christian audience, I would say. But when Poplitics shared Solomon's post, let me just read a couple of the top comments. I would say 9 out of the 10 top comments were anti the post, which again isn't to say like, so Solomon was wrong, because we know, you guys know watching this channel, the majority of the time, I would say, the way that culture, when you see the majority of culture giving thumbs up to something, it's oftentimes not the biblical way. So that doesn't mean a lot, but it was interesting to see some of these comments. I think people need to stop looking for perfection in a partner, but DAMN, don't share this publicly. Someone said,
no, we need more of this shared publicly, because we've got so many women with this unrealistic idea of, my boyfriend, my fiance, my husband's gonna think I'm the most beautiful woman in the world. He is never gonna look at another woman and think, wow, she's pretty. Like, it's unrealistic. It's dumb.
Well, and the ladies on The View were ultimately saying, you go ahead and lie. You lie to your
Which is
spouse.
Absolutely ridiculous.
And Whoopi was saying, no, like, be honest with them. And sometimes they need to hear that to kind of stay from going off the heezy and maybe wearing stuff that's really inappropriate or whatever. It was interesting hearing Whoopi. This was one of the few conversations where I was very engaged and felt like, I don't know, I enjoyed the View talking about this. But Sunny and Behar, we're both saying, I want you to lie, even if we're not. I don't know. I see there's a place when it comes to your wife to be delicate. The Bible calls us to be gentle, but I don't see that Solomon was not being gentle.
Just yesterday, Paul said, you're the most beautiful pregnant woman I know. Not the most beautiful pregnant woman in the world. Out of all the pregnant women he knows, and he doesn't know many, I'm the most beautiful to him.
Someone said, I get it, but I also think it's just a bad idea to say any of it. Everyone knows they're not the best for everything, but we don't need to be told it by our significant others. So in other words, should our significant others never tell us anything negative?
Yeah, that's another weird thing that I see in relationships is no one's challenging one another. I want to be challenged by my spouse. Paul has challenged me the most out of any human being I've ever known in my whole life, and I have challenged him, and that has made us better. That has made us closer to looking like Jesus. That has brought us closer to one another. So for him to just constantly feed me with like goofy untruths. I don't want that.
All right, so good.
Oh,
No.
one last thing was, I just feel like if you need, and a lot of people aren't going to like this, but if you need your significant other to tell you things like, you're the most beautiful person in the world, you're the smartest woman I know, you're the strongest man I've ever met, there's probably a lack of self-confidence and confidence in your identity as a child of God, that you're seeking this like confirmation or this encouragement that isn't even it's not true unless you were voted the most beautiful woman in the world. Then
But even
true.
that, okay, you might have like a 3-year time frame,
right, and then you're out.
She's got some wrinkles. Next, this younger person's the most beautiful in the world.
But I would ask yourself, why do I need to hear that from my husband to feel good about myself? Don't get me wrong, I do need to and desire, I don't know if need is even the right word, but I deeply desire to hear encouragement and lovey-dovey things from my husband, but I don't need them.
Morgan, what would you say to this? One of the ladies on The View said something like, she was like directing this to Solomon's fiance or something, whatever. She was like, if he's telling you this now, then later in marriage, get ready, because he's going to probably say stuff that is putting you down and degrading.
Right, that's not true at all. That's so goofy. If anything, he's going to build you up and help you walk it into just the best woman of God that you can be, and hopefully you're going to challenge him and encourage him to be the best man of God that he can be, and you're not going to have a big head full of air.
Wow. Hey, can I just say this real quick? And
Solomon said words of affirmation is different from flattery. Agreed.
Flattery in all caps.
What isn't there a Proverbs that's like,
ooh, better are the wounds from a friend than the kisses of an enemy. Does that apply here? Maybe it could.
Not saying that your boyfriend's your enemy if he's telling you that you're the most beautiful woman in the world.
And
don't believe him. It's not true.
Okay, and that can be taken too far. Because it is like, so is anyone guy that tells their woman, their wife, their fiance, that they're not that they are the most beautiful woman in the world, and maybe clearly they're not, is that lying? Should they not do that?
Yeah, because I would ask him, I'd be like, all right.
No, okay, we're going too far. We're going too far.
I need you to truly tell me, am I the most beautiful woman in the whole world? Like, you've never laid eyes on another person that's prettier than me? If that's the truth, wow, honored. If that's not the truth, stop saying it, boy.
So,
come up with better compliments.
You guys, Morgan has been seriously, like, really kind of quiet today, extra to herself. She's been on the struggle bus, as she said at the beginning of this live stream. Like, she's been just pushing through it, kind of fighting. She has come alive for this video, and I'm pumped to see it. So, Morgan, and you guys in the comment section, do this with me. Just be real. Even though Solomon's in the chat, I do not want to make it sound like I maybe am in total agreement if I'm not. So I need to keep it 100. Mm-hmm. What do you guys in the live stream or watching the playback? Morgan, what do I give this post in its entirety, from that controversial first line all the way through? What do we give this post? You go first, Morgan. Comment in the comments right now.
If you posted it and like she was unaware of your post, Solomon, your fiance, and then like when she read it, she was kind of hurt by it, or like maybe embarrassed, like, why'd you post it? Then I give it an 8 out of 10. But if she was totally fine with it, 10 out of 10.
So give it a letter grade. Give us a letter grade.
What? No, 10 out of 10.
Like we're in high school.
A+.
Wow. So Morgan gives it an A+. I will say maybe this is just I don't know what this is, because you guys know I get savage as well.
Yeah.
But I would say...
And you are literally like this. So why are you acting like you ain't?
I give this post a B. I'll give it a B+. Yes, a B plus. That's being generous. I'll give it a B plus. I still feel like that first line could have been worded a little differently to maybe not have quite the same smackdown, but then it probably wouldn't have gone viral. So I get it. And you said you weren't going after virality. Fair enough.
Our own wedding vows.
I did not say that in my wedding vows.
No, but they were like, I can't love you well. I can't take care of you. You did the same thing. And then you tied it back up with, unless God is giving me the strength.
You are not making me back down. You guys, I'm sticking with it. A B plus. I'm not giving an A because of the controversial nature of that first sentence. But overall, I applaud it, and I think more young ladies and young men need to hear that.
Yes.
All right, guys, comment below your thoughts on all of this, particularly on his post. What do you guys think about it? Do you give it a thumbs up? Give it the letter grade, like I said. All right, we love you all. Solomon, thank you for joining the live stream. We are appreciative that you are here. God bless you. We'll catch you again very soon. Have hope.
And be free. If you're in the live chat, we'll be right back.
As you may have noticed, we get very few brand deals, which is why our patrons, the names you see here, are so important.
You guys really are the lifeblood of this ministry. We could not do this without you all. If you believe in this content and you want to partner with us on Patreon, click the link below or just go to patreon.com/Paulandmorganshow.